on behalf of Mr. Rinella and Dr. Cartier that their administrative team, and they're all here with them tonight, along with the central office administration, along with the teaching staff, have been working on this initiative ever since we came to the collective bargaining agreement with our teachers union that brought this to fruition. I want to make sure that you have the opportunity tonight to hear from the educational experts that are going to be dealing with your children each and every day about the direction we're going. When we prepared this presentation, we worked off of the premise from our prior meetings, the questions that were brought to us and the concerns at South and North, and the excitement, and there was a lot of excitement and all the positive that comes with it. We truly believe that we have developed a schedule that is in your child's best educational, social, and emotional well-being. It addresses all of them. And we are firmly planted now in the 21st century with a schedule that can improve teaching and learning, and that's the direction we're looking to go. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Rinella and Dr. Cartier, and they're going to take us through the presentation, and then we're going to have a question and answer on the back end of that so that you have the opportunity to, hopefully we have the opportunity to address all of your concerns.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to reiterate what Dr. George said. I think I can speak for both Dr. Cartier and myself. We're really excited. We're entering an exciting time in Middletown's high school schedule. The block schedule, it just affords our students so much more opportunity. Now our students are able to take an 8th period class. We have more time, instructional time, instructional time on task. There's just a lot of opportunities that this is going to provide our students. And I think we're going to see the benefits, from day one. September 10th when they come in, I think we're going to start seeing the benefits immediately. And as the year progresses, the benefits are just going to continue on. So we put together a little PowerPoint here for you this evening. I can proudly say, thanks to all the hard work of our administrative teams, that the master schedule is set, student schedules are set, we're ready. It was a lot of hard work by everybody involved, central office and the building level administration, but we're set. We're ready to go now with the block schedule. Again, these are just some of the benefits of the block and what drove us to move in this direction. First, our class sizes, all of our core class sizes are now averaging in the teens. That's a drastic change from a year ago, 2 years ago. We had classes that were in the 30s, high 20s. Now we can comfortably say that our classes are averaging in the teens, and our science classes specifically are in the low teens. And that's going to give the opportunity for our science teachers to be able to have more one-on-one time with the students in the class.
Okay. Also, now students can take that 8th period class. And a lot of them wanted this opportunity to take sequential courses. For example, we have the computer apps 1 and 2, accounting 1 and 2, fine arts, functional design 1 to 4, tech drawing, world language education. They don't have to just necessarily take the 2 years. They can go on to take levels 3 and 4. So we found that it's very interesting to see the type of courses that the students have signed up for. And it's going to help them in post-secondary pursuits. Also, increased planning time for teachers every day. In the past, they had the 48-minute planning period. Now they have 80 minutes in which they can collaborate. They can collaborate as departments, as the freshman academy houses. And also, the in-class support teacher and the general ed teacher can get together and plan the lessons accordingly. And lastly, students have the opportunity to attend advisory tutorial sessions, which we'll talk about in a little further detail. But during the 52-minute time period, block 3, the students will have a 26-minute lunch period and also 26 minutes in which they could do independent study, see their teachers, coaches, club advisors to address any of the needs, as Dr. George said, whether it's social, emotional, academic, athletic, co-curricular.
So our requirements for graduation, obviously now students are going to be able to take 8 classes, so they're going to have the opportunity to earn 40 credits per school year. In years past it was 35. They were able to take 7 classes and earn 35 credits. So now we have to make an adjustment. So the class of 2013 will have to have earned 125 credits. And as you can see, going up each year, it increases by 5 until class of 2016, and all graduating classes from there must have a total of 140 credits in order to graduate. Another change that we had to make is the attendance, because instead of the students going to class every day, Now they're going to be in class every other day, an A-B schedule. So what we had to address it. It used to be students were permitted to have 16 absences. On the 17th absence, they lost credit. We've modified that now. Students accumulating more than 10 absences in a full year will lose credit. Okay? In a half year, it's five classes. Only religious holidays will be excused. So if we have a student that is missing days for sore throat, the flu for a day, those aren't going to be excused absences. The only absence that will be excused is a religious holiday. However, if they start to accrue, if they get up to 8 absences, you'll be notified. The parents, the guardians will be notified that this student has accumulated 8 absences. All right, and at that time, we're trying to take a proactive, instead of waiting until you lose credit at 10 and 8 absences, you'll have a letter sent out to you, you'll be notified, and the student and the parent or guardian will have the opportunity to come in front of the attendance review committee, or what we call the ARC. Okay, if you had mono, if you had surgery, if there's a reason that you're out for a prolonged amount of time, this is where you present it to the committee. And the committee will hear the reasons why, and they have 2 choices. One, they're going to put you on the contract. They'll put the students on the contract stating the student can miss 1 more day and they have to make up the seat time, and there's a variety of different ways we can do that. Or if they haven't gone over, if they come in right at 8, then they're going to come up with some strategies for to try to keep the students in the classroom and stop. We don't want to reach that 10. We don't want to, because essentially now when we miss 10 classes, that's really what used to be 20 classes, because we're meeting every other day. So we're trying to be proactive with this approach instead of reactive with it, and this is how we're going to address it.
And for your students to reach the intended outcomes in each of their subject areas, you know that attendance is critical. They have to be there actively participating, being part of the discussion, working in collaborative groups. So it's important that they are in attendance on a regular basis. Okay, there will be 2 26-minute lunch periods, and the freshmen and the sophomores will be going to the second lunch. Seniors and juniors will be going to the first lunch. While the seniors and juniors are in the 2 eating venues, the freshmen and sophomores will be assigned to transition rooms. And this is what we're going to be doing for the first few months of school, to make sure that everybody has a designated location. Yes, once your students are in these transition rooms, they're going to be meeting with the civic leaders. We have honor society students, peer leaders that will be able to help them to acclimate and assimilate to the high school environment. If in fact they need to see a teacher, a coach, a club advisor, they may receive a pass and they will be able to go and seek that help that they need. Juniors and seniors will also have an opportunity the first week of school to go to designated rooms. And during those times, again, we'll be handing out different information that they need to take home, certain forms for, trust and school pictures and things of that sort. There will be 2 eating venues in the cafeteria and in the gymnasium. So hot lunches will be served in both venues. Yes, your children are also welcome to bring their lunch from home. And as I say, 2 hot food serving areas, and there will be a seat, guaranteed, in both high schools for every student assigned to each lunch, right? We do have a courtyard, and I know they have a courtyard at South. We have 2 courtyards here. Weather permitting, the students may go outside to have the lunch. If they're visiting teachers in a certain classroom and they have the office hours at that time, they might be joining a teacher to eat. But we do have in both the cafeteria and in the lower gym seating for all students.
Just to reiterate some of the points that Dr. Cartier had spoke on, during the lunchtime, our students are going to have the opportunity to go see a teacher for some extra help. They're going to have the opportunity to go participate in a club that maybe they wouldn't be able to participate in because they're in the band, or they're involved in a sport, or they have a job, or they just have some other commitment after school. These clubs will still meet after school as well, but this is just going to give them an opportunity during the day to be able to get involved in, maybe hopefully bring a stronger sense of school spirit to both schools, being able to be involved more in the clubs and activities that take place. And one of the big things is, they're going to have extra help. The question is, well, how do I know, when Mr. Smith or Mrs. Jones is going to be available for extra help? So we're on our school website. We're going to post what the hours, we call them the office hours or extra help hours, for each teacher, when they'll be available and where they'll be found. So if your student wants to know where Mr. Smith is on a Monday, you can click on the page of the website and it will tell you exactly where Mr. Smith is and at what time. So that's something that keep your eyes out for at the beginning of the school year with the website.
And there will be daily announcements during Block 2 to notify students about certain clubs and activities that will be meeting during that transition period. And if they have any questions about that, and we'll get the bulletins out. We'll be having a lot of posters circulated throughout the building. Teachers will be getting announcements so they can also reiterate that to the students. So the first couple of weeks, we want everybody to kind of get into the flow, the dynamics of the building. And we will also be meeting with them as grade levels, as a special assembly program, so we can go over the expectations, the code of conduct, how to make the choices. We're empowering students now to take on some responsibility here, now that they're at the high school level.
This is just a sample student schedule here. You can see we have Block 1, Block 2. Block 3 is that time where there's no instruction. Students will be eating lunch, advisory, tutorial, meeting with teachers for extra help. And then we have Block 4 and Block 5.
Okay, this year we're giving a myriad of opportunities for teacher training through sustained professional development. The first 4 days of school where the teachers will be meeting and discussing different topics. For example, assessments and assignments, integrating technology, instructional strategies such as understanding by design, inquiry-based instruction, planning and pacing. Our teachers have visited other schools that have had successful block schedules. We're going to be having panel discussions, questions and answers in the next couple of weeks, and also monthly staff development meetings and PLC days. And as you see, when Mr. Rinella talks about the school calendar, we have monthly PLCs built into the school calendar this year, so that the teachers are learning about this process, the students are learning, we're working collaboratively. I love acronyms, so I'm thinking of blocks as building learning on key instructional strategies, that we're all going to be working together, all stakeholders together. We need the parents, the teachers, the administrators, the support staff to work together to make this commitment and make it a successful one.
This is the block schedule calendar that we're going to be using for this school year. It's an A-B schedule. Some schools have A-B, if it was an A day on Tuesday, we have a snow day on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's a B day. Right? We chose not to do that. This is the calendar right here. So as you can see, if Monday was an A day and it snows on Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be an A day. So if there's ever any confusion, we can always refer back to this calendar. You know exactly whether it's an A day or a B day. If we miss, if we have a really bad winter and we miss, a considerable amount of time in December, we have the option to go back, revisit the calendar, and if we need to make up either a certain number of A days or a certain number of B days, we have that possibility to do that.
Okay, what are the student expectations? Class meetings held during the lunch advisory periods of the first week of school. And we're also going to provide students with a clear explanation of the student behaviors and effective use of this advisory tutorial time. We're empowering our students to make good decisions and providing them with opportunities to take on more responsibility, as I said before.
On the 24th, parent portal will be open. You'll be able to see your child's schedules. And obviously the first day of school is September 10th. And we're very excited, ready for it, and looking forward to it.
If you have any questions about your child's schedule, it's important that you call to make an appointment with the guidance counselors. And if there's anything that you want to discuss, we'll do it on a case-by-case basis. So we strongly urge you to look over the schedule and to make an appointment with the guidance counselors in either north or south to address your needs.